Welcome to the normal horrifying stream. Grave stories from a grave digger. Wow, what a freaking adventure that was tonight. Oh my gosh, this feels very nice. Smells very nice. I'm very happy to be back in the haunted studio. Just got one camera going, basic stream tonight. Yeah, but we got the smoke machine. Is the camera crooked? Can't tell. It doesn't look crooked. Hello, everyone. Where's my booklet? There it is. I was using my booklight on my face tonight. When you guys see the light on my face in the cemetery, it's from this. I'm using the booklight to light up my face. Wow. It's funny how relieved I am to be back home. Going into the chat here. Let's see, I gotta open up my stream. YouTube is chugging. There we are. Hello, everyone. Hey, Deanna, Urban, Kevin, Dorlaxon, Chris, Teddy, Smiley. Oh, I gotta turn down the volume here. Just gonna do the single shot tonight. I just sort of rushed to set everything up. So, thank you for being here for the 2 streams tonight. The cemetery stream, I think I'm done going to the cemetery. It's just very stress-inducing. I'm running and hiding in fear of being arrested, haunted, possessed. I washed my cut. It's still kind of oozing. It's actually like a dent in my hand and a hole, a bloody hole. Thing just got me just right. Anyways, cemetery has been fun. We went in twice, 2 different cemeteries. I did the Ouija board performed earlier tonight. If you look at the last stream I did earlier, I did the Ouija board in the cemetery right in front of a tomb, like on the step of a tomb. You guys, the camera was taped to the planter, the cement planter on the side of the tomb, and you were pointing down at the Ouija board, and we were basically on the property of this tomb. Start bringing a buddy for mental support. I should go in there with someone, but I don't know anyone who will sneak into a cemetery with me besides my brother Seth, and he's usually doing something else. Hello, Arcade. Good username. Glad you made it out alive. Thanks, Teddy. Just have to worry about the souls you dragged back. I have already thought about that on the way home. Actually, this is so stupid, but I kept the windows open as I drove home, thinking the spirits would be blown away and sucked out of the windows. If there were any like grabbing onto me, like holding on, they'd be sucked out the window from the wind. He bled on the grave, ripped a Ouija board, and pretty much disrespected the spirits in general. He's definitely going to be haunted for a long time. Don't say that, Jay. I know I had all those thoughts. Yeah, my blood is in the soil of that grave now. And I ripped the Ouija board on accident. Tape got stuck to it. I'm going to have to retape that. The piece is still on there. Hey, Neat Boss, what's up? Hey, if you guys don't know, there are shirts for this show. Grave Stories from a Grave Digger has t-shirts on my merch site, The Yeti. Check it out. Neat Boss, you got a link. Neat Boss here drew the picture for the shirt. I still have to get one and send you one. Thanks, dude. They're really cool. The drawing is amazing. I love it. Neat Boss is an awesome artist. Oh yeah, and they got so much to talk about tonight. Tomorrow there's some new merch going up on the same website that this Gravedigger's shirt is on. The same website that has like Keith Apicary pins, the neutral movie posters, the Keith Apicary t-shirts. There's a new piece of merchandise going live tomorrow that I am unbelievably excited about. And there's a video I'm loading that will advertise for it that you will see. Zeus, thank you for liking the setup. This is a basic setup this week. I normally have the other shovel and the pickaxe, and I have a second angle going, but I just kind of dropped it here, the camera down, and just started it. 12,620. We're doing pretty good. Thanks to Chappie, mental patient Chappie, who is basically funding a quarter of this short film. Donated $100 tonight. Everyone thank Chappie. Thank yourselves. Everyone who donated, say Chappie, champion your username, whatever your name is. If you donated, I love you and I appreciate it. And thank you so much for doing that. I'm still trying to raise money. Obviously, we're not halfway there. We're getting close to the halfway point of the goal. If you got a buck, if you like this show, if you watch this show every week, please help me out. The money normally goes to my rent. I almost break even right at my rent from the donations for doing these live streams every week. But now for this next month, every dollar is going into the movie Kickstarter, the movie fundraiser, the Indiegogo. So please, instead of donating to me, I turned off the donations on YouTube. Please donate to the link in the description so I can make this movie, so I can make Milford. It's a movie based on my life in Massachusetts, in Milford, Massachusetts, before I moved to California. Most of you probably already heard this. Sorry for those who are repeating it too. And I'm trying to pay the people who will work on it this time, because I didn't get to pay anyone for their labor and talents on neutral. And if I did, I gave them like $100 in a sandwich for like the few people who did like a lot of hard work for a long time. So this time around, I'd like to pay people something, not their full rate, because people's full rates are very high in the film industry. But I would like to supplement them, at least to cover some of their bills for the month. So that's what this money is going to. So please, if you got it, please donate. I would really appreciate it. Thanks to Relaxin for posting that. Yeah, Smiley, I thought there was only a way to do it. I don't want people to donate to me. I want it to all go to the movie. So please, if you're from Massachusetts, you want to see a short film about Massachusetts, that's where I lived my whole life until I was 24 years old and I moved to California. Please help me make it. This is a big move for me. It's a big change. I don't want to say very dramatic, but it's dramatic. It's some different acting that you've never seen from me. You saw a little bit of it in Neutral, but this is like a whole other character now. And then I promise there are some comedies coming from me. I'm shooting for free. I will not ask for any money for the one after this, for my Stupid Idiot short film. I'm going to shoot Simmons DuPont actually in Massachusetts this winter. Back home, I'm going to shoot that with my older brother, Josh. That will be a straight up comedy. And then I'm going to try to get Ray Amsley done. And then after those, which I think will be relatively easy, I will do Neutral Part 2 and 3, which will be very big. But I'm hoping to get some investors to make that happen for Neutral Part 2 and 3. Anyways, ramble. Let's read some stories. Thank you for being here. You just want to hear the stories, so let's do it. Yeah, I sees you, just like the World Series, pretty much. Will it be full of Boston accents? No, I will not have a Boston accent. I think Courtney will, the girl who you've seen in the teaser. If you haven't seen the teaser, watch the video, one of the last videos I loaded like a week ago, the Milford movie teaser. Please watch it. If you haven't, you don't know what I'm talking about, you can check it out. You can see what the characters will look like, and you can kind of get a taste of the tone of the movie. Courtney Paroso, who is playing Erica Rice, she will have a slight Boston accent. I never had a Massachusetts accent, so my character will not. But my parents have like super strong Rhode Island accents, which is basically the same thing. New England accent, I guess you could say. So some people have it, and some people don't. Like people in the same family can have a strong accent, and some don't. It's weird. Like me and my brothers never had an accent. Well, thanks, ICZM. Thank you for watching it. Do you have a Boston accent? How you're talking now is Boston? No, this is not a Boston accent. This is just no accent. This is just a normal voice. In my opinion, I don't have any accent. Maybe just an American accent if you're not from America. But like my friend Bob has kind of a Boston accent. If you've seen Bob before, he's like a 7-foot tall guy. He keeps starting the reading and gets sidetracked. I know. I always get sidetracked. It's really hard for me to get to the point. I swear I heard music when you used the board one time last stream. Really? Ooh, that's spooky. All right, so here we go. We're actually going to read. Yeah, Bob does have Boston accent. I definitely have a lisp. I know. That lisp of mine, I would love to do a second narc perfumed. Oh my god, I would love to do another narc. I have a script written. It's just that that will cost a little bit of money, just a couple $1,000s, but like it'll cost something. Yeah, some people do fake it. They say they ham it up when other people are around so they can sound like super Boston people. Neat boss, I definitely do have a lisp. And I accent or accentuate, I should say, that lisp when I do Keith Abakari, because I do myself have a lisp. All right, here we go. I don't know where we left off. Morning coffee. Okay, I think I read that. Oh, did I leave a crease? Oh, that's a spooky looking one. Let's try to see where. Okay, that I read that. I hear a weird like type of noise, like a little weird, like a washing machine running or something. Probably a helicopter outside. I read into everything. Everything freaks me out. So anyways, yes, like Dorlaxton has just posted, there's a link to help me make Milford. I'm trying to see if I could hit 13,000 tonight, or 15 would be amazing. In the past few live streams, we've been really getting a ton of donations. So I'm trying to keep that momentum going and get it, people rallying behind this and really, really help me out, because you're actually changing my life when you do this, when you donate to these Indiegogos and help me make these movies. And then I get these film festivals. Neutral won Best Short Film at one of the festivals. It was blew me away. I honestly had no expectations of something that big happening. I thought some people would like it, get it to a couple movie film festivals, and I just put it on YouTube and move on to the next thing. But like, it's done a lot for me, and it's gotten some attention from other people. It's gotten me some meetings and things, so it's good. Like, I'm slowly getting, things are changing for me. Nothing's really paying me, but it's like leading me towards other things and places I would like to be in, the position I would like to be in as an actor and, I guess, director. The fog machine, it wasn't the fog machine making the noise. Hello, Sarah from Australia. Hi, I see you. Yes, Frank. Bob will do some sort of eating challenge in the marathon. That's right. This Saturday, is that the 27th? This Saturday, we're doing the marathon on Twitch. Don't forget, be there. Twitch, Beyond Worlds. Most of you probably already know, but my Twitch channel, Beyond_Worlds, is where I stream on Twitch. Excuse me, I have so many burps with my friends, and we will be doing a marathon. I'm brain farting because I'm trying to get to the stories, but I can't stop looking at the comments and reading. I'm sorry to everyone who really wants me to read. Can you explain why neutral was called neutral? This is for many reasons. Because the car was driving itself. It was basically in neutral at the end. So literally, it's because the car was in neutral and I couldn't drive the car. My character couldn't do anything. And the car was the neutral party between the two of us. It was like I was taking her to jail and she didn't want to go to jail. So the car was the one in between us and it stopped us and it made us stop moving. We became neutral in a way and like had to sit in the desert and like deal with each other. So it's for a couple of reasons. Yes, we shaved Tom's head. But we're not doing that again because his hair is like kind of short now and it won't look as crazy. I just watched It's Always Sunny. What's the person? I'm glad you saw that. Hello, Alag209. Thank you for watching for so long. Watch Keith, the character, roast James. Yes, please watch that. Angry Video Game Nerd roast from Keith Upgrade. Nathan, I've had the Neo Geo song stuck in my head for 2 days straight. You can't get it to stop. Krell. There's no escape. Don't even bother. Well, thank you, Joseph. I'm glad you guys liked the roast. Wayne is still in back pain right now. That'd be funny if Danny Brad had a picture of me in his room. All right. Yes. Burger is here. Tom is here. Great. I am here. Tom, I'm telling everyone about the marathon on Saturday. All right. Neil, yes, we're trying to raise the funds. We're at 12,625. Really trying to hit 13,000 tonight. My goal was 15,000, but I'm thinking that might be too much. Although I have raised 2,500 in a couple of streams the past week. So I think we can do it. If you guys have a couple extra bucks, if everyone in here had a couple extra bucks, it would go up a ton. If all 108 people could donate a little bit, it would be amazing. We're creeping up on it. I'm so close to the halfway point. Tom, people might want me to shave your head again. But it won't look as good this time because it's just short and it won't look as crazy. Tom said, if we can raise 12K on the marathon. You mean 12,000 in just the, not for my movie, but for the Twitch, Tom? Do you wear a diaper in public? You should wear a diaper in public for $5. Dude, that would be so funny seeing Tom. Tom, only a diaper, though. Only a diaper. No socks, no shoes, no hat, nothing. No shirt. Well, that's insane. You expect people to donate. I've just now hit $12,000 after almost 2 weeks of begging and pleading for people to donate to my movie. And you think so? I'm just gonna give $12,000 just to look at you in a diaper? I don't think so. People are rich. Not that rich. Oh, thank you, Franco. Don't ever wake up off that like button. I used to watch Tom Green, Nathan. Tell you what, I got some money saved up for my trip. For you read a spooky story, I'll donate again. Ooh, Tokyo. Tempting me. Who is this man with these smooth cheeks? This is scary. All right. Thank you for CC Games. Thanks for posting that. Another $3 to make it an even 10 for the night. Oh, thank you, Jay. Thank you for donating. Thank you very much. The link is in the description, everyone. Also, CC Games and everyone is posting it in the chat. Please donate to help me make my short film. I'm getting really close to 13,000. Now I'm actually going to read a story. Going to put this down. Smoke machine's hissing at me. Thank you to everyone who watched the cemetery stream earlier tonight. That was very spooky for me. I'm glad I made it out, and I'm home now reading spooky stories. This is actually where I'm in the most danger because this is where I get possessed. This story is called I Decided I Would Jump. I may have already read this. I don't know. We'll find out. This is from Linda Gale, a retired respiratory therapist. This is in Denver, Colorado, June 1986. While riding in a car with my husband in June 1986, I had a daydream about what I would do if I was crossing the street. Yep, already read that one. Skipping it. I read that last week. Money Pit. Yep, read that one. The Thing Under the Truck. I read that one. I left off somewhere around here. Okay, I didn't read that. Okay, this is where I left off. Here we go. New story. Late night assistant. Ooh. This is from Connie Watson, who's retired. San Francisco, California, 1982. I was 1 year old. In 1982, I was working the night shift in a word processing center in Standard Oil Company on Market Street in San Francisco. We had twin high-rises next door to each other. Our office was on the third floor of 575 Market Street, and we would often go and help out in the engineering department's word processing center next door on the ninth floor of 555 Market Street. They had no night shift, so whoever went to help out would be working alone on the ninth floor. One evening, I had gone over and left the door open to the hallway. I had turned on a radio to try to ease the creepy feeling of the place and was busily working on engineering specs. Suddenly, amid the noise of the radio and the loud noise of the printer, I felt someone walk into... Oh, God, I hate it already. I felt someone walk into the room and stand next to me, as if curious about what I was doing. Every hair on my arms and back of my neck stood up. I was paralyzed with fear. For some reason, I didn't want whoever this ghost was to think I was aware of them, so I said aloud, "Oh no, I forgot one of the tapes." I reached down, got my purse, and refused to look up above the cubicle wall at the darkened windows because I knew if I did, I might see who was standing next to me reflected in the window. This is terrifying. I've done things exactly like this. I left everything turned on and walked to the elevators, feeling the ghost walking along with me. Oh my God. Waiting for that elevator was the longest few minutes of my life. I thought I was going to pass out from fright. When the elevator doors opened, I stepped inside, and just before I got all the way in, I felt someone lift up the back of my long hair and let it fall. I have so many chills. The ghost did not get into the elevator with me. I went back to my office, and the three men I worked with said I was so pale that I looked like I had seen a ghost. When I told them what had happened, all three immediately went next door to check it out. They found nothing. They turned off the lights and closed up the office for me. I never worked over there alone again. We did find out that a man had died in his office in that building a few years earlier. Oh, and was not discovered until the cleaning crew came in at night. Whoa. This happened more than 30 years ago, and I still remember it like it was yesterday. That's a good one. I like that. There are scarier ones in here. That was an okay one. That was just kind of interesting. Dude, you guys know, you watch this show, there are some freaky ones. Ooh, here's one with a spooky picture. I'm gonna show you the spooky picture. Snake Man. I know it's out of focus. I don't feel like focusing the camera on it and then refocusing it because it'll be out of focus on me later, but it's basically a lady looking at a man who's holding a cup of tea, and she has like a spoon of something, and he has a snake tongue. Freaky. And I'm guessing it has to do with the story I'm about to read. Thank you for being here, everyone. Please donate to the link in the description to help me make my movie. I'm doing all these crazy live streams for this month. I mean, this is a normal live streaming show that I do every Wednesday, Grave Stories from a Grave Digger. I'm a former grave digger. I worked in Natick, Massachusetts, digging graves. That's how I saved my money in Massachusetts to move to California. And now I'm flipping the tables and I'm shooting a movie about a guy who lives in Massachusetts who wants to go to California. It's based on my life and all the nonsense and the things I used to do. There's no gravedigger job in this movie, but it's all the other random things I would do for money. It's based on this dude It's based on my life, and it's about a guy who's trying to go to California, but he's kind of a lot of talk, and he just says he's going to go, and he's always saying the same thing to people. No one believes him. So will he become, will his fate be that of many people who just don't leave and just kind of stay where they're at all their whole lives? We'll have to watch the movie to find out. Please donate. It's going to be great. I promise. It'll be beautiful, much like Neutral. Here we go. This next story is titled As I Gazed at Her. Beverly Karen. I guess it's a woman with a snake tongue, not a man in that picture. Beverly Karen, realtor, retired. A retired realtor, I guess you could say. Excuse me. My insides are haunted. 2010. How does one begin to tell a creepy story when they don't know when it happened? It comes back to me only when I sleep. It seems, oh my gosh, every time I try to read, I get like such bad indigestion and gas. What's wrong with my guts? It comes back to me only when I sleep. It seems to be a reoccurring memory of an accident that happened while my husband and I were attending a social function at our local Elks Club. The gathering was large, and I was conversing with a woman I intuitively felt I knew very well when something very startling happened. It was a momentary flash. I had the distinct impression that the person with whom I was speaking wanted me to see what I did. What? But didn't want me to remember it, when it happened, or even who she was. Let me read that again. This is a confusing sentence. I had the distinct impression that the person with whom I was speaking wanted me to see what I did. Oh, wanted me to see the vision you saw, I guess. But didn't want me to remember it, when it happened, or even who she was. As I gazed at her, as one does when engaged in a conversation, the pupils of her eyes vertically compressed from the sides and changed to resemble those of a snake or reptilian. This sounds like Scientology conspiracies here. It seemed, this is something for Tom. Tom, are you listening still? This is a story for you. It seemed as though she dropped a shield which cloaked her real appearance and allowed me to see her real eyes. There is nothing more to this story except that I see the incident often in my head, but it doesn't seem like a normal dream. It is always exactly the same. When I wake, I can still see a fading image of those eyes and remember that it really did happen, but no other details at all. It does not frighten me, but I'm not torn between wanting to know when it happened and to whom I was speaking and wondering what I would do even if I knew who my female reptilian friend is. That's the end of that story. Okay, great, thanks. Here's another tiny one. This is a really short one. Tom, what do you think about that last story? Sounds like past life experience manifesting itself in present time. Yeah, that sounds kind of right. Yeah, maybe it was Tom DeLonge in a wig. I needed some spooky company. Gotta go to bed, I guess. See ya, Dan. Thanks for being here. Thank you to everyone who's here and whoever has left. Good night. See you later. Thanks to those who are still watching. It's pretty late for some people. I want pizza now too, Neat Boss. I sent you $25, Nathan. I love what you do. Happy to support you. Thank you, Joseph. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's super, super nice of you. That's a big one. $25. Dang. Thanks, man. Thank you very much. Everyone say Champion Joseph. Thanks, dude. I really appreciate it. That's very nice of you. Let's see what we're at now. Just to see how close we are to the 13,000. It says 12,653. I don't know if that's accurate or not. Let me refresh. It's probably pretty accurate. All right, so we need basically $350 to hit 13,000. I wonder if we can raise $350 for the rest of this stream. Do you think that's possible? I think it is kind of possible. It's 2 minutes to midnight. Yes, it's 10 o'clock here. Almost 10 o'clock here. If someone donates 20K, they can be the main actor. Yes, you can be me. If someone donates $20,000, you can just have my part, and I'll just be an extra. It's 8 a.m. for you. Oh, so you're watching a spooky thing in the morning. Beef magic. What was the made-up word? Oh, gone stab Gorlak or something. 12:58 Massachusetts. That's funny. Yeah, somebody want to play my role? Donate $20,000 and you can play my part. I dare you. I dare someone to donate $20,000. All right. I should become friends with. I think it was a woman or a man, someone in North Carolina or South Carolina who won that like $1 billion. That's insane. It's funny you notice that I'm clean shaven. I'm surprised anyone even noticed or thought of that. I shaved completely today because I was shooting something with Keith today that you will see tomorrow. There'll be a quick little Keith video going up tomorrow because Keith has something pretty exciting to announce tomorrow. So please watch that tomorrow. Please watch it. Spread it around. Keith gets no love anymore. I don't get any love. My whole channel doesn't get any love. What am I talking about? You guys are the only 100 people who watch my stuff. But all 100 of you have helped me raise over $12,000. So thank you. I did hear about Roman Reigns. I'm super bummed. It's very sad. I really don't like hearing that. I'm so sad for him. I hope he's okay. I hope he recovers and just squashes it and gets back in the ring. I don't, Mark. I wish I did. Keith is finally getting shot out of a cannon. Yes, it's the thing we've all been waiting for. Oh, dang, Tokyo. Sorry. Maybe this one's spooky. Stick around for 30 seconds. This is a really short one. I'm going to read this one for you. Hopefully it's scary enough for you. This one's called Knives by Melody Stewart. She's retired. Everyone's retired in these stories. Sharon, Pennsylvania, 1976. The 70s are the most haunted decade, so this has got to be good. I was in my early 20s and had recently moved into a new home. I was home alone one night and for some odd reason had an overwhelming feeling that knives were being aimed at me. Oh, maybe I read this one. I did read this one. Let's read it anyways. The feeling was so intense that the hair on my arms was actually standing up. I was afraid to shut my eyes because I knew the knives were floating all around me and pointed directly at me, ready to strike. My uncle had died not long before this occurred, and I kept feeling like he was with me. I hoped he was there to protect me. I finally fell asleep on the couch. When I woke up the next morning, all seemed fine until I got out of the shower and saw myself in the mirror and had 2 razor-sharp red marks slashed across my throat. So crazy. Melody in Pennsylvania. Wow. That's right. I did jump around and read some of these stories. So I read that one. That one was for you, Tokyo. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Enjoy your flight. Greenie. Shaving has to do with Keith because Keith is usually clean shaven. There are times when I'm lazy and I'll just have a little bit of stubble. But Keith, 99% of the time, does not have facial hair. I always shave all the way for Keith. That's why I shaved. Sounds like you're partying, Dorlaxon. Nice. Enjoy your evening. I hope you guys are enjoying your evening, sitting on the couch, possibly watching this on a TV. I love when people watch this on their YouTube app on their TV or on Apple TV, and you sit on the couch and you're cozy and having a pleasant evening. It makes it more fun for me, knowing you're enjoying yourselves. How great is it? I'm in true love. Tom, don't even get me going about true love. I got something. Oh, you actually know what's going on right now. So don't talk to me about true love. I'll teach you a thing or two. Go around LA all dressed up like a Red Sox player. Why? What's happening with the Red Sox right now? Is there something going on? Dorlaxon's partying. I only discovered him a few weeks ago. You only just discovered Keith a few weeks ago? Or you're new to my whole channel then? But then it led me to neutral, so it's all good. Oh, funny. Well, thank you for being here, Mark. See you, Tokyo. Enjoy your flight. I use the TV as a computer screen. Awesome, Cake. You're partying. Holy crap. Someone donated. We're at 758, 12,758. Who did that, Dorlaxon? Who in the chat donated? I'm such a love maker, though. Tom, you are not a love maker. You make love with the cement sidewalk that you lay face down on. 250 more to hit 13,000. Guys, we're only $250 away from $13,000. If a couple people have if 5 people donated $10, then we'd only be $200 away. And we'll slowly start creeping our way to $13,000. My God, someone donated a ton of money just now. Thank you to whoever did that. I absolutely love you. Tom is not in love. Tom's a moron. He's in love with lies. He's in love with his own lips and whatever his mouth says. I don't know. I simply must implore because I have been so busy this past month. Vox. I'm reading the ghost stories like I normally do on Wednesdays. I was in a cemetery earlier tonight. I made an escape. It was very stressful and scary, but now I'm back home doing the normal ghost stories, and I'm raising money for my next short film. And I'm reminding everyone that we're almost halfway through the fundraiser. We're getting close to 15,000. We're about to hit 13,000. We need 30,000 by November 15th. We're slowly getting there. Doing any more Ouija board stuff anytime soon? Michael, I just did that literally like a half an hour ago in a cemetery. The last stream, which is probably logged as a video now on my channel. I'm not sure if you saw that or not. I just did that. You can't NES, unfortunately. Yeah, it's credit card only. It's really annoying because a lot of people have asked that, and I feel bad. I wish it was PayPal as well. If someone just donates 20K, we can finally make whatever movie you want to make, whoever donates that. Yeah, that would be nice. But I don't think there's anyone out there who has $20,000. My wife and I always watch your live streams on our 16-inch TV. Awesome, Lance. Thank you to you and your wife. Say hello to your wife, and thank you for watching. Oh, it's CC Games. I would love that. Although I love Dana McBride, so I wouldn't really want to like fight him or anything because I think he's hilarious. Thank you, Neat Boss, for posting. Here we go. We're reading another story. Let's go. Please donate if you got it. Even $1. Yes, $1 does help. Link in the description or in the chat like everyone's posting. I'm a broken record. I'm sorry. I have to do it, though. Got my wet water. And I got my horrifying story. This one is called Really an Angel? Question mark. Gloria M. Gisicki. San Antonio, Texas, 1993. This, and then it says in parentheses, from chapter 31 of Where is the Music? The Multiple Near-Death Experiences of a World Traveler by Gloria M. Gisicki, 1999. This is a story from another book, I guess. I gotta find that book. Where is the Music? The Multiple Near-Death Experiences of a World Traveler. That's a long title. Has anyone ever heard of that? Well, let's find out what happened to Gloria. In 1993, at age 79, my mother's health was not bad except for signs. I don't know why I said 3. Except for signs of a slight loss of memory. With her 2 granddaughters halfway through college and one of them married, she decided to sell her house and do some traveling overseas. Wow, it's 79. That's cool. She mostly wanted to visit my sister in Italy and me in the United States. In the summer of 1994, she left Colombia with one of her granddaughters for a short visit to Russia and then on to Rome. At her age, we didn't want her to travel alone. So by the end of the summer, I went to Colombia to pick her up after her return from Europe and bring her with me to the United States. It was my turn to care for my mother, and I welcomed the privilege of doing it. I must confess that the idea was hers, and I was grateful she thought of it, because we tend to think or hope that our parents will live forever, and they don't. Long talks, short walks, a little gardening, a loving chihuahua to take a nap with, a hug and a kiss, and a game of cards were most of the simple pleasures she enjoyed. Her favorite thing to do was go to the river walk in downtown San Antonio and take a ride on the barge. About once a month, we would take the bus and go somewhere together. We would visit churches, restaurants, malls, or even attend parades. Like me, she enjoyed shopping and the outdoors. A strange thing happened to us one day when we were downtown. This is where we get spooky. A strange thing happened to us one time when we were downtown. After a fair amount of walking around and shopping, my mother and I went to a restaurant to have lunch. There I noticed my coin purse was missing. It had held my student bus card and my mother's senior citizen's ID, plus about $6 in change and small bills. I remembered having used the little purse downtown that afternoon. I can't read. I remembered having used the little purse downtown that afternoon for some change. It wasn't a big problem because I had enough money with me to pay for lunch and buses. It was just going to be an inconvenience to do paperwork and take the time to get a new ID cards after lunch. We took the 40-minute bus ride home. Okay, there's a lot of details here, lady. Just tell us about the ghosts. About 10 minutes into the ride, a tall woman I had never seen before got onto the bus, looked at us and said, "You lost some IDs today, didn't you?" Ooh, that's freaky. "I have them and I want to return them to you. All the money is there too." In her hand, she held my little orange and black cloth purse. I asked her how she knew it was ours. She answered, "By your mother's photo," and handed me the purse. Delighted to have our IDs back, I thanked her twice and said to her, "You are an angel." She moved on to take a seat 2 rows back on the opposite side of us. 2 stops down the road, she got off the bus. That shook me up a little more. Why would that woman get on the same bus hours later, far from the place where I had lost my purse? Question mark. Where she? Oh, I'm gonna read that again. I'm so bad at reading right now. That shook me up a little bit more. Shook me up a little more. Why would that woman get on the same bus hours later from the place we were, where I had lost my purse? She got on the bus at the same stop my mother and I had got on the bus, seemingly just to return our IDs, then got off the bus immediately thereafter. It made no sense to me. My mother's picture on her ID wasn't a clear one, and the woman had not held the picture in front of us to compare features, nor had I seen her take the time to study my mother's face. My student bus card did not have a photo on it. Was the woman really an angel? I smiled and thanked God again. Okay, this is what I think of this story. I think the lady stole the purse, then felt bad about it, and she followed you and got on the bus and gave it to you, and she knew who was yours because she took it. There you go. Who knows, though? Maybe it was a ghost or an angel. This next story is called Strange Geometry by James. Oh, not by. This is lived. These are all true stories, by the way, if you don't know. If you've never seen this, these are true first-hand accounts of ghost stories from people. I cannot get the smoking machine. There we go. Nope. There we go. Whoa. I do the smoke machine with my toe, and it's a very hard button to push. Strange Geometry. James Allen Sanders, security guard. The Big Easy Tavern in Pensacola, Florida, 2011. A year or so ago, I was consuming a Guinness beer. What a weird way to say it. I was consuming a Guinness beer, intoxicating my brain. You are a technician, probably. I was consuming a Guinness beer. Oh, they're a security guard. I already read that. Whoops. A year or so ago, I was consuming a Guinness beer at a local favorite pub called The Big Easy. I glanced to my right and saw 2 big trapezoids jut from the back area, from the restroom area near the pool table. They were on top of each other. The top one was bright white and approximately 2 inches by 24 inches by 8 feet, about 5 feet off the floor. What the heck? 2 big trapezoids jut from the back area of the restroom. Okay. He was also drunk, probably. The other one was blacker than black, the same dimensions and shape. 1 foot from the floor. The black one was the back one was in front of the white one, as if you walked that way you would have hit it first. Then they darted back into the direction they came from. I thought, this is really good Guinness. I turned back to the bar and saw the owner's wife, Kelly, moving forward with such a look on her face, it suggested that she had seen something also. I said, "Did you see that?" She said, "Yes." Her husband Chip, a retired Navy corpsman, and I investigated. We found nothing out of the ordinary. I asked Kelly what she saw and proceeded to describe the shapes. Kelly agreed with my description. Chip and Kelly never drank while working, and Chip, being a Navy corpsman, Navy corpsman, is that how you say that? I think corpsman, I can't read the word, is not to be doubted. I have seen these trapezoids subsequently, but to a lesser degree. That's kind of interesting. Where are the scary ones? Let's get to a really scary one. This one sounds scary. The title is called The Soul Stealer. Jennifer Coe, Secretary, Howell, Michigan, 2007. Come on. Yeah. It was the summer of 2007, and I was sleeping over at my boyfriend Billy's house. When we would go to bed, he'd always sleep by the wall, and I'd sleep on the outside. And I'd sleep on the outside, period. I woke to the door creaking as it opened. I laid there looking at a very tall, dark figure standing in the doorway. That's horrifying. That's horrifying. Tall, dark figure standing in the doorway. Billy started tapping me with his finger. The dark figure entered the room and gazed at us for a moment. Oh my God. Oh my God, don't tell me this. Suddenly, it crouched down on all fours and started running around the bed, back and forth, growling and snarling. Shut up. If I saw this, I would jump through the wall. Oh my God. It had shifted into something like a dog. This thing looked blacker than the darkest shadows in the bedroom. I couldn't believe what I was seeing, and my boyfriend was tapping me faster now. I was paralyzed with fear, so all I could do was watch the creature on the floor. It stopped at the foot of the bed, jumped up, and clamped its jaws on Billy's foot and yanked him halfway off the bed. Billy sat up as the creature backed into the darkest corner of the room and disappeared. Billy and I spoke about what happened, and he told me he couldn't move or walk when the creature touched him. He said he was trying to call out to me, but no sound would come out. So were they having sleep paralysis at the same time? This is unheard of. It sounds like he had sleep paralysis. Sounds like she had sleep paralysis too. But at the same time, seeing the same thing, that is unbelievable. I'm going to go to the chat right after this and see what the heck you guys think about this. This is crazy to me. We tried to sleep. The next day we saw that there were bruises around Billy's ankle. Oh my God. This is crazy. This incident baffles us to this day. Billy thinks the creature was trying to steal his soul and jump into his body. Billy's mom thinks it was a demon, the same demon that had taken over her father when he was young. What? Her father was a very evil man that had molested children and beat his family. Oh my God. When she was a little girl, her father was locked in the house as it burned to the ground. I don't know what to make of this, and I've had shadow figure encounters, but nothing violent like this. I do know this thing was after something. That is the scariest story of the night. This next one is titled A Strange, Ominous Feeling. And I will read that in a minute after I go see what the heck you guys think about this double sleep paralysis. Just move your toes. Hello, Dingus. Thank you for joining. So, Joseph, if you get sleep paralysis, have you ever had it with another person at the same time where both of you are seeing the same thing? That is what's crazy to me. It's really weird. I had sleep paralysis. Pete says, I had sleep paralysis when I was young. I would sleep with a remote in my hand, and the TV would snap me out of it. I usually get it when I go back to bed after sleeping for a while. Dude, Goomers, me too. That story freaked me out. I don't want to go to bed. And I'm still a little nervous that maybe I brought some spirits back from the cemetery with me tonight. That Ouija board could have opened a portal and could have brought something back with me. But I think I tend to have some pretty positive feelings and attitudes and thoughts. So I think I'm protecting myself. Tom's afraid of sunlight. He sure is. He burns easily. I can sleep through a tornado too, Dorlax, and I sleep very heavily. If I was being possessed or hunted, I wouldn't even know. I'd just be farting my way through my sleep and smoking the ghosts out and burping them out. Dude, that would be crazy to have dual sleep paralysis. I've had it in front of relatives before, and they didn't hear a thing from me. So weird. I sleep through earthquakes here in California. Yeah, I do too. Well, I woke up one time during an earthquake a long time ago. Have you seen Hardcore Henry? I have not, but I know all about it. I think it would make me motion sickness. Go see A Man About a Horse in a Bus by Nathan Weber. See you, Mark. Thanks for being here. Is there farts to Frankie? I have worse farts than Frankie, Justin. Big time. I don't play RDR2. What is RDR2? When I can donate again, I will tell you more spoopy stuff. Thanks, Cake. See ya, NES. Thanks for being here. You're a god, Robert. Thanks for being here and thanks for watching. I think you're right, Tom. Red Dead Redemption 2. Oh. Is that out already? Thanks, Luis. Thanks for watching. Is Red Dead out? Is Red Dead 2 out? I probably will play that. I'm going to hold off, though. I'll probably get it after I shoot Milford as like a reward to myself for completing it. Should shout out my new lady friend, Jamie, who sat and watched nothing but Nathan's vids all day yesterday and today. Well, thank you, Jamie. Thank you for being Neat Boss for showing her, or if she discovered them on her own, however she found them. Thank you for watching. Well, I'm glad you guys liked Neutral. If you guys haven't seen it yet, some people surprisingly haven't seen it. One guy told me today, one guy commented on Neutral and said, I've been purposely not watching Neutral because I was salty that you sold your arcade games. I thought that was really funny. Sorry to everyone who's upset that I had to sell all my arcade games to complete Neutral, but it was well worth it because now I have a complete short film that I'm very proud of. Please watch it if you haven't. It's on my channel. And please watch the trailer for my new short film, Milford. There's a teaser trailer for it, and right now I'm trying to raise money, and Jay just let us know, and Loic let us know, we're at 12,778. We need 222. That's my lucky number. 222 is my lucky number, and now all we have to do is raise, I think if I'm doing the math right, we only have to raise $222 for this night, and then we'll hit 13,000. That's the goal we were setting out to hit. I would love to hit 15,000, but I think I'm asking for a lot when I say that. I'm trying to get to the halfway point this week if possible. That would be nice, and then it's just all downhill from here. Please, guys, if you got a couple bucks, I think we can get this $222 pretty easily during this stream. I like just staring at the wall. Of course you do, Tom. Breath's the most brain stimulation that you can handle. Techie, I would love for you to get your name in the credits again. You gotta donate. People, I'm asking people to donate a little bit more to get the credits, their name in the credits this time, because that was an absolute nightmare for me to add everyone's names in there. It was so complicated. I just watched you again on Cinemassacre with James. Well, thank you, Bringo. Thank you for watching. Ramsey self-defense tapes. You have to find him in his van and he'll sell one to you. If the stream goes past midnight, I'll be donating 100. Techie, holy crap. Are you in California? So I have to stream for another hour and a half possibly? Neat Boss, you're going to donate $100? Dang, dude, for real? You made the Ghosts Grave Stories t-shirt. You don't have to do that. If you guys don't know, check out my merch on the Yeti website. There's links in a lot of my videos. Neat Boss here made the Grave Stories drawing that's on the t-shirt. I really like that shirt. they're back up on the website now. Well, I'll donate either way, but if it happens during stream, that'd be great. Techie, are you in California? I'm in Orange County. Okay. I still want to buy me a tea. Yes, we should get tea sometime, for sure. It's midnight some other places, Techie. I was a florist as well, Neat Boss. Well, thank you so much, Neat Boss. I really, 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 really appreciate you doing that, helping me out. You've already helped me out by making the design for the t-shirt. So thank you. Thank you for posting that link. Guys, we just need $222. That's all. Can someone donate $22 right now? And then we'll only need $200. Does anyone have an extra $22 to help my dreams come true? If you liked my videos, if you like my rambling, if you like these live streams, if you like me risking getting arrested and bleeding every Wednesday night when I jump these barbed wire fences to get into these cemeteries, please donate a couple of bucks. If you like me climbing buildings as Spider-Man, running from the police as Spider-Man, going in the drainage ditches of Los Angeles and down into the sewers pipes, please donate if you can. I'm trying to make things entertaining here for people, and if you got a couple bucks and if you enjoyed anything of mine, think of it as your ticket fee to see the movie, just like going to the movies. I'm still haunted by a light ghost. A street light went off above me again when I was riding my bike home, and a different one started blinking when I parked my car under it. It's freaky. Oh, Jory, jeez. Didn't mean that I'll only donate during the stream. Yeah, okay. I got it. I understood. Don't worry about it. But that's a lot of money. $100 is a ton. Thank you so much, Techie, for doing that. I'm still fixing it. What are you fixing, Chappie? What are you doing? Chappie's been lurking and being silent this evening. It makes me nervous. It makes me think he's going to drop out of the ceiling or something. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if I saw Chappie in the cemetery one night. Saw that smiling, spooky face that's on his emoji floating in front of me. There is, I think, I forget what I asked Matthew, but there is something where people can be an extra. Let me go read. I forget what I had set it at, but I could give people a speaking line. I'm gonna be shooting it in the Portland area. I don't know if you're near there, Matthew. Saying howdy, sir. You get paid maybe a few hours. Oh my gosh, Neat Boss, that's so much. Chappie, where are you going? What are you up to? Guam Tech, what's up? Is South Carolina? Yeah, I heard about that. 1.7 billion, but I think they ended up getting just like 500 million or something after all the fees and taxes. Like, it's like they got like less than half of it. Oh, you're in LA, Neat Boss? Wait, did you say you're in Orange County? I get confused as to who's telling me what. There's so many names in here. We'll be shooting in Portland, this short film. Hello, Robert. Just reading some stories. I'm talking to the chat right now. I'm going to pick the book back up in a minute and start reading some more. Thank you for caressing that like button, Cardboard. I really appreciate it. Oh, yeah, you're pretty close to me. Well, if you could get up to Portland and you want a speaking role, I know it's a big ask for people to donate to get the speaking role and then get themselves to Portland. So it's kind of really more worth it for people who have a good chunk of money and they're already near Portland, you know. I would love to go to Minnesota. I don't have any plans to go there right now, though. Maybe if I shoot something. Don't love you, bro. Hit the like button. Show support. Thanks, Franco. Yeah, right, Tom. That's actually you're taking something from me by being my friend. Only 500 million. I wish that was a sentence I got to say sometime in life. Yeah, I know. I only have $500 million. It's so funny. Oh, yeah, OC was the other person. Okay. Hello, just can't say your name. All right. Yeah, I'll take your undivided attention, Prune. I appreciate it. All right. Going back to the book. Thank you to everyone who has donated. Thank you for helping me out. I really appreciate it. If you guys haven't and you can and you want to, please drop a couple bucks in the link in the description. Help me make this movie. Slowly climbing up there. We're gonna hit the goal. We need $222 to hit 13,000 tonight. I really think we can do it. Please. If everyone in here donated how much? $2. If all 100 people in here right now donated $2, that'd be 200. If everyone donated $3, we'd be over what we need to hit 13,000. So did anyone got $2? Drop a $2 bill in the donation bucket, please. Here we go with another horrifying story. Halloween's coming. Don't forget we're doing a marathon on Twitch this Saturday. It's going to be bananas. A lot of content and nonsense and insanity. Another mayhem marathon on Twitch. Tom will be there. Burger, aka Dirt, aka the guy who lays face down on the ground, can't move, who sleeps in buckets of water all day up in Portland. Tom will be there in the marathon. I think Bob will be there too, I think. I don't know. I gotta check with Bob. Please donate and show up on Saturday. Have a good time with us during the Mayhem Marathon. This is called A Strange, Ominous Feeling. Micarla Tolbert, disabled painter, Martins Ferry, Ohio, 1993 to 2000. This is 7 years of something that happened to them. This is probably going to be a long haunting or something. As is common these days, my parents divorced when I was young. My siblings and I lived primarily with our mother and visited Dad's house every other weekend. Shortly after the divorce, I moved from the old family house Shortly after the divorce, I moved from the old family house on the hill to one in town with my mom, sister, and brother. The new house was previously a duplex, but had been converted into a 4-bedroom, one-family home. It was lovely. All was normal for the longest time until, unbeknownst to each other, my siblings and I each began having experiences in the house. We all frequently got creepy feelings, especially at night, but we also each had our own unique experiences. My brother's bedroom was close to one of the 2 bathrooms and didn't have air conditioning, or the heating duct was... This is so stupid. I can't read words. I really just can't read. What's wrong with me? My brother's bedroom was close to one of the 2 bathrooms and didn't have air conditioning or the heating duct work completed. He frequently slept with his door open at night. He regularly heard someone walking up the staircase, go into the bathroom, and turn the shower on. This happened like clockwork between 2 and 3 a.m. My sister, whose room was directly across the hall, never heard a thing. Wow, that's interesting. Finally, one night, my brother gathered the courage to investigate. Oh my God, dude. What the heck did he find? This is going to be good. He got out of bed, went to the bathroom, flipped on the light, and pulled open the shower curtain. No one was there, and the shower was dry. So was he hearing it up until he opened it, and then the sound stopped? I need more explanation than that. My sister had her own instances of strange activities. She and I actually had similar experiences, but didn't know it. There would be times we would be in our rooms and decide to go downstairs for a late night snack or glass of water. We would stop on the landing, smack dab in the middle of the staircase, and would experience the exact same phenomenon as our brother. Both my sisters and I would turn around and head back to our rooms. Again, this would happen regularly to each of us, but we didn't know that others were having experiences. When we later found out, we would stop and go back to our rooms for the very same reasons. We got a strange, ominous feeling like there was something downstairs. I would get cold chills. Everybody would be upstairs asleep at these times, so no one was downstairs. It wasn't until years later that we found out that an elderly woman who lived in one half of the duplex and and apparently committed suicide in her basement. Oh my God. Is this the person my brother would hear every night coming upstairs to take a shower? Is she the reason my sister and I would refuse to go downstairs some nights, even for a drink of water? We may never know. That's kind of spooky. That's kind of cool. All right, moving on to the next one. This is called The Children and the Reptilians. There's a lot of reptilian stories tonight. Got some Scientologist spooky stories tonight. Doug, truck driver, Fairborn, Ohio, and Colorado Springs, Colorado. Ooh, this is an old one. 1965 to 1970. Here we go. I was haunted by uninvited visitors from the time I was 3 until I was 8. While my family lived at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, and then at the U.S. Air Force Base, the U.S. Air Force Academy. I was abducted at least 3 times when I was 5, and my sister and some neighbor kids had similar experiences. What? She lived on an Air Force base? Dude, stuff is going down at Air Force bases, that's for sure. I was abducted at least 3 times when I was 5, and my sister and some neighborhood kids had similar experiences. The visitors my sister and I encountered in Ohio were reptilian. I was about 4 and she was about 3 years old. We told our parents there was a snake because we knew what snakes were, as we had a long toy snake made out of round sheets of colored plastic. We called the toy Nikki because one day I asked it its name and it told me. Looking back now, I wonder if it was an Anunnaki. What's an Anunnaki? The reptilians would examine us and pat us on our faces. They were tall, green, and scaly with arms and legs, a tail, and yellow slanted eyes. More peculiar was that they would appear wearing a hat similar to those mobsters would wear in the 1950s. One abduction that stands out in my memory happened at the U.S. Air Force Academy. I was 5. I remember seeing a flash of light, and then I was in a stainless... This is kind of crazy. I don't know what to think of this. I was in a stainless steel hospital-like environment, screaming for my mom. Yelling seemed to hurt their ears, and I saw tall and short gray aliens here, as well as human doctors in white doctors' uniforms. I could see but could not move. I was paralyzed. It sounds like sleep paralysis. They put me to sleep with some object because they wanted me to stop screaming. Then it was the usual testing. I remember walking into a waiting room and seeing other terrified humans. Then the next thing I recalled was falling. They put it in my head I was an astronaut, and I actually felt the wind as I fell, thinking I was going to hit the ground. I landed on my bed on feathers softly, the feathers blowing up in the air all around me. I woke up and sat upright. I never slept on my back, so I knew it wasn't a dream. The next morning, I asked my mom why she didn't help me when she had to have heard me screaming bloody murder the previous night. Mom and Dad had not heard a thing. I asked why they didn't save me. They responded by telling me it was just a nightmare. As I walked down the hall to breakfast, I had the strangest sensation, as if I can't read. As if I was very groggy from having been drugged. Gosh, I'm so mad at myself for not being able to read. I asked some of the neighborhood kids if they ever had dreams or nightmares, and some said yes. One girl even described the exact same things happening to her that had happened to me. Some nights we would knock on the telephone pole and ask Nikki to not attack us that night. Sometimes we would taunt him. In those nights, we would be attacked. Interesting. Either they're triggering their own things because they think it's going to pay. The snake is going to be mad at them for teasing it. That's an interesting one. I'm going to read one more, and then I'll say hello to the chat. Maybe I'll read 2 more, 3 more. Who knows? I'll keep reading. Please keep donating if you haven't. And if you have, keep doing it if you can. This is called Banging from Above. Jesse Garza, artist, Savannah, Georgia, 2005. Back when I was in college, I worked at the local radio station for the Savannah College of Art and Design. One night, after I completed my shift around 2 a.m., I called the student bus to take me back to campus. The student radio station was locked. I'm sorry, that's not the word. The student radio station was located at Keys Hall, which had formerly been the Savannah TV station. While I was waiting for the bus to take me home, I heard a loud thump emanate from the hallway above me. I ignored it. Figured it was just my imagination. As I continued to wait, the thumping continued to get louder and closer to where I was in the lobby. Oh, dude. The thumping was occurring in sets of 2. Each time getting closer to me and getting louder. I began to worry. The thumping sound echoed immediately above me. At that point, I gathered my belongings and exited the building. The student bus came and picked me up, and I reported what I heard. Campus security came, investigated the building, and confirmed that I had been there alone. The bus driver on the way home told me that that several facility members refused to work in that building, and many custodians and service folks had reported the same incident. I never again encountered anything similar to what I did that night in the building. That's kind of cool. All right, 2 short ones here. This is called Small Town Surprise. Rich. Construction, Chattanooga County, New York, 2002. I just heard a noise in the room. It's like the camera just clicked. What the heck? The ghost is messing with my camera. If anything weird happens to the camera, please start screaming in the chat, letting me know I'm being haunted. On a beautiful summer's day in August, my agenda was to investigate a curious place. I was living in New York State at the time, and a friend had told me of a place not far away that I should never visit. Of course, this only made me want to go. Yeah, duh. So with perfect weather and not a cloud in the sky, I hopped in the car and drove. I found the place easily. It was called Lilydale. I might have already read this one. Let's keep going, though. Even though this town was renowned for having the highest concentration of psychics and mediums, oh, I did read this one. This one's pretty good. In the world, it was a small place with a seemingly private community. I drove around looking at everything, including the little old homes and small streets. I was about ready to leave when 3 women started crossing the street in front of me. They were about 100 feet away, but as I looked at them, I saw something much more. I saw 3 entities occupying the space immediately around them. I blinked my eyes a number of times and couldn't believe what I was seeing. As the women crossed the street, they looked at me while the entities surrounding them were staring with red, glowing eyes. It was noon on a very bright and sunny day, and what I saw, I was actually witnessing, not just imagining. Just as they reached the curb on the other side, I heard a voice speaking in my mind, and it said, "Now do you believe?" Oh my God. I answered yes, without a doubt. I left as soon as they did. That's in Chattanooga County. What is the name of the Lilydale? Has anyone ever been to Lilydale in Chattanooga County, New York? Lilydale in New York State. I have to go there. That sounds crazy. I think I already read this one before too, so I'm gonna skip over here. I read that Daddy Longlegs one. Teenage Guest. I don't think I read that one. I'll put a bookmark here. Going into the chat. What the heck's going on with you guys in your lives tonight? Hello, Jedi. Thanks for being here. Were you on Always Sunny? I was in a small little part very recently on this season. Oh, God, don't say that. Performed. I'm ignoring you. Guam Tech, thank you. Did you donate $5? Is that what you're saying? You're not too late. Core get you. Still going to read some more stories. Thanks, Zeus. Thanks for being here. Thank you for watching. Oh my gosh. We're $10 away from 12,800. Wait. What? What were we trying to hit? Oh, we're trying to hit 13. I thought we were like went over. I couldn't remember what the last goal was. So we are, so someone donated 10. So we have, so 2 people donated 5. We are $210 away. Can someone just donate $10 right now? Can I just straight up ask? Can I just beg you right out, right out. No trickery, no pleading. Just someone give me $10. How's that sound? And then I only need 200. I also donated 5. Well, thank you, Neat Boss. Okay, so 2 people donated 5. That got us up to 10. Hello, CB. How's it going? No, don't worry about it, Jedi, if you're broke. If you aren't broke and you're in here, excuse me, please, I'm not done, Chappie. I'm going to read some more. Donathons. Yes, we need more donathons this evening, Ernie. We are trying to hit 13,000. Yeah. Someone just give me $10. I'm not even asking. I'm just kind of telling you. Who do I want? Cardboard. Give me $10. It's funny to demand it. Give me $10? If I put a question mark behind it, does it sound nicer? We're so close to 13,000. I don't have $10, actually. I do not. I need 13,000 though. That's what I need. I actually need 30,000. We're getting close to the halfway point. Oh, hang on a second. Momentary pause. I'm reading something from... Hang on a second. All right, I'm back in the chat. Yeah, give me what I want, right? Could we have 10 more likes? I'll read 10 more stories if you guys donate $10 each. Maybe you can make a poster cardboard, a movie poster for Milford. Posters are always good. The 30K, Kyle, is for my next movie. It's less than I had for Neutral. Neutral cost 50,000. I honestly really could use 50,000 for Milford if I want to look as good, but I'm aiming for 30, and we're getting halfway to 30, so I can make this legitimate, make it look good, and pay the people who were working on it this time. Last time on Neutral, it was $50,000, and no one even got paid. That money just went to the equipment, the locations, and all the food and everything, all the rentals, gas money, and all that stuff. It adds up very fast. Well, yes, you will be declared as king if you donate $30,000. You can have a speaking role. You can be the king. You can be the director. You can be my part. You can do whatever you want. If you donate $30,000, it will literally do whatever you want. Milford, the town, is nothing going on there. It's a very small town in Massachusetts. It's where I lived, and I'm answering Ernie's question here. And it's about this dude named Jace who's lived there forever, and he's always like, "Oh, I'm leaving. I'm out of here, man. I'm going to California." He's been saying it for years, and people are like, yep, sure, Jace, sure you are." No one believes him, and we will see if he actually goes or not. If there's just going to be another guy that sits around town forever. I don't want to tell you. You do not know what happens in the end of this movie. That's for sure. You cannot take over my life, but I can let you. You can rent my life. It'll go on YouTube like Neutral did, for free. So think of this just like a rental. If you donate some money, it's just your rental, and you can watch it over and over and over forever. You can't do that at a movie theater. Granted, it's just a short film, but still. Hello, Rambeezy. I think you did miss the stories. I read a bunch. I'm going to read some more again, Chappie. Why does everyone keep saying Red Sox? What's going on with the Red Sox? Is there something happening with the Red Sox? I have like a $30 rental at this point. You do, Guamtech. You don't have to donate anymore. Jace Sloan should do a Q&A so we can get to know him more. Ooh, maybe I'll do a live stream as Jace. That's a good idea. Frank. Oh, the World Series is happening right now? The Red Sox are in the World Series? Is that what's happening? What is the World Series? It's not just one game, isn't it? Is it a bunch of games? I have no idea what's going on with baseball, how it's played, who's playing what, where, when it starts, when it ends. I don't know anything about sports, and I never really pay attention. I was in a Marshmallow video with Jedi. When I lived in Massachusetts, in Boston, I didn't know what was going on with baseball. I do not like sports at all. All the jocks beat me up in high school, so I sort of resent sports. It's hard to shake that. I like skateboarding and video games. I don't even know what that means. They're up to -0. Well, the World Series of Spooky Stories is happening right here, right now. So if you guys got a couple extra bucks, please help me make this movie about a guy who's stuck in Massachusetts and is never leaving. Skateboarding isn't a sport. It's a lifestyle. I need to send a message real quick to someone. All right. I can't get my phone to turn back. I'm trying to see the chat. Now I'm opening I'm refreshing YouTube because YouTube froze on me. And I'm back. Hello. Thank you, Diablery Gaming. Would Jace mind if you live stream as him, though? Jace won't mind. I hope he doesn't. Well, I donated over $1,000 for nothing. What are you saying, Chappie? Nathan gave the story away. He doesn't leave. I didn't say that. I didn't say that at all. I'm saying you don't know what's happening, is all I'm saying, Chappie. Dude, I wish I was in Hesher too. That's why I made the series Skateboard. If you guys have seen my videos titled Skateboard with Buse, I am not drunk. You will never see me drunk. I made Skateboard because it was inspired by Hesher. Well, hello, Chappie. Wicked late. Did I miss the previews? Haven't popped in on one of your live streams in ages. John, hello. Too busy to be able to binge YouTube when I saw you live this late. I had to check it out. Well, I'm about to read some spooky stories. Thanks for being here. But I think Ray might be streaming live in this month. You'll be seeing everyone show up because I'm doing whatever I can. Yes, John Morrison was in Skateboard. Ryan Nemeth was in Skateboard, Dolph Ziggler's brother. I will be doing my characters live. I did one as Keith the other day. Yeah, it was cool being in Sunny. It was an easy shoot. Pretty nice. Everyone was cool. I would love to do Simmons. I think I'm going to just do everybody because I need to really get people to donate. So I'll do whatever I need, what I can do to get it to happen. Please help me make this movie. It's going to change my life. For real. Like, legitimately, it will. You guys are actually having a hand in directing the course of my life. And everyone who donated to Neutral changed the course of my life. I won the best short film with Neutral. Showed a lot of people that I can do more than just fall down on the ground. So please, if you can, click the link in the description and donate $1, $5, whatever you have. I'm so close to hitting $13,000 tonight. Trying to hit my goal. I hate asking. This will be over soon. November 15th, I will stop asking people for money. Yep, drunk I am. I'm back. That seance stream in the cemetery tonight was pretty insane. I was very freaked out and paranoid the whole time. I'm glad I'm back, and I'm glad I'm not there right now. These ghost story streams, I'll have to check them out more. John, I do the ghost story stream every Wednesday. So every Wednesday night, come and check it out. My net worth, like $8. It sure is. Core get you. All right. Going back to the book. Thank you to everyone who has donated. Thank you everyone who's helped me out. Appreciate it. If you haven't yet and you can, please donate. All right. This story is called Teenage Guest. This is from Stuart Jennings, toolmaker, Fuengirola, Spain. I'm definitely not saying that right. 2008. These are true stories, by the way, from real people, first-hand accounts. Come on. Isn't working. Always start. There we go. I'm coaxing it into working. Wow. Let's set the mood here. I was 5 days into a week-long vacation with my partner and her two young teenage girls. When I woke up around 3 a.m., the apartment was nicely lit by a combination of moonlight and streetlight streaming through the patio windows in the other room. I rolled over to ward my partner, and to my surprise, the shadowy figure of a young teenage girl wandered from the other room into the hallway directly outside our bedroom door. I couldn't make out any details of her face, but I could clearly see that she had shoulder-length, mousy brown hair. She was wearing some sort of nightgown or long shirt and was rubbing her hair with one hand as if she was lost or sleepwalking. I immediately assumed it was one of the kids looking for the toilet, even though they were both in a different apartment. Before I had a chance to speak or do anything, she turned around and silently wandered back into the main room. My partner was laying awake on her back beside me, so I nudged her and asked, "Is one of the kids sleeping in here?" She replied, "No, there is no one in here except for us." Of course, I then said, "Well, someone just walked through that doorway." I then turned on the light and spent the next 10 minutes searching the apartment from top to bottom. I was so sure that I would find someone in there that I was preparing to defend myself if necessary. Once I had completed my search without finding anyone, I returned to bed shaking like a leaf with every hair on my body standing on end. I knew that there was no way anyone had gone out through the front door, as it was locked and made a loud noise when it opened. The young person I had seen walked off into the other direction opposite the front door. That left only the fifth floor balcony. Not. Can't read. I'm getting really tired, I think. Then, nope, that's not, I can't read any words. I just can't read. I look at a word and I say another word. I look at the word the and I say Saskatchewan. That left only the fifth floor balcony to contend with. I was sure she was had not gone that way, as to climb over the balcony would have been suicidal. Besides, she looked half asleep when I saw her, and there was no noise at all. I spent the next half hour lying in bed with my hand on the light switch, wondering what the hell I had witnessed before eventually falling asleep. Gosh, that story was torture because I can't read freaking words. This next story is called I Knew It Was Max. Barney Kissel, Homeland Security, 47th General Army Hospital, Frankfurt, Germany, 1990. Let's see if I can read these arrangements of words. Let me begin by stating that I have always been sensitive to spiritual matters. I could pass an automobile accident and intuitively know if someone had died. It's something I could never explain, and eventually I simply shrugged it off as none of my experiences were ever anything personal or sensational. It was 1990. I was an X-ray technician at an army hospital in Germany. Every morning I had to take a chest X-ray on a sergeant. I just lost my place. Every morning I had to take a chest X-ray on a sergeant. I'll call him Max. He had been a victim of exposure to a gas grenade and had been in a coma for several weeks in the intensive care unit. One night, while I was working the graveyard shift, a code blue medical emergency was called for the intensive care unit. I knew it was Max. I rushed over with my portable X-ray machine ready to go to work. Drapes covered the windows and the door was closed to his room. It was filled with doctors and nurses. I stood outside of the room waiting, and after about 15 minutes, I suddenly felt weird. A warm wave seemed to come, and I saw a white, formless face, which was undoubtedly the spirit of Max. As it came toward me, I could feel what he was thinking. I just got chills. Oh man, this is freaking me out. I could feel what he was thinking. He was in disbelief that this was happening to him. He then went through my head and exited upward. A few seconds later, a nurse came out of the room and asked if she was... I asked her if she was going to need me. She said no, that he had just passed. I went back to my department, shaken by the event. That's crazy. Stuff involving death and like children living previous lives and ghosts and spirits and like where you go after, I'm so intrigued by. All right, let me read this other one. This is a pretty short one. Thunder, if you guys haven't yet, please donate. If you like this show, please donate. The money does not go to me. It goes to my movie. I do these once a week, and I normally use these streams to pay my rent. This is my 9 to 5, basically. It's my most consistent money when I'm not waiting on an acting check or a writing check. So instead of the money going to me for watching these streams, please donate to the movie, my new movie I'm trying to make. The link is in the description. We're trying to hit 13,000 tonight. Please, please, please. I love you all. This story is called Thunder in the Speakers. Richard Eugene Delbridge, retired, Southern Indiana, 2013. It was late June when I heard thunder coming from my computer speakers. It started a week ago when I was listening to a Coast to Coast AM on YouTube. Of course. I thought it came from George Norrie's studio, so I replayed that portion of the conversation, but it wasn't there. Later that day, a thunderstorm came through my area. A few days later, a series of thunderstorms blew through, and it happened again 3 more times. So they heard thunder coming from the speakers. So I'm make sure I'm remembering what the noises they're listening for. A few days later, thunderstorms blew through, and it happened again 3 more times. The thunder was nearly coming from the speakers. In fact, I lost my internet connection and put on a movie when the last one occurred. Okay, that was a really short, dumb story. Great, you heard thunder. Who cares? Okay, next story. Sorry, that one wasn't great. This next story is titled Psychosomatic. Wow. Hopefully it's scary. This one's called from Ashu M.G. Solo. That's a cool name. Interdisciplinary research and development engineer and mathematician. Ooh, a smart person. Small town, Arizona, 2005. Oh my God, Seth just yelled in the room. It freaked me out. I had been driving for a very long time, so I decided to take an overnight break and get some sleep. I had been sleeping in the driver's seat of my car with my seat leaned back in a parking lot. when I had a very vivid and violent dream. I dreamed I was in a vicious fight with someone in a garage. My attacker grabbed my arm and put vice grips on it and painfully tightened them. I awoke suddenly, had severe pain in my arm. It stayed sore for most of the next day. Either the pain carried over from real life to my dream, or the pain from my dream manifested into real life. Perhaps my arm was in a bad position and in pain while I was sleeping, and this was caused me to dream that my arm was put into vice grips. Yeah, I can understand that. On the other hand, perhaps I felt physical pain as a result of being attacked in my dream. Did the body affect the mind, or did the mind affect the body? Okay, thank you for that story. That's that. Here's another really quick one. It's called The Pen. Alexandra Fulsang, information clerk, Hornby, Ontario, Canada, 2000. I was in my kitchen cooking dinner and doing other tasks when I began writing a note on a piece of paper. I put the pen I was using down on the counter and went back to cooking. After tending to the food, I turned back to continue with my note, but I could not find my pen. I knew I had just put it down, so I searched over and over, retracing my steps, but still unable to locate my pen. I finally gave up, grabbed another pen, and forgot about the missing one. A couple weeks later, I set a pot of water to boil on the stove. I checked to see how it was doing, and in it was the pen that had disappeared a few weeks previously. I said out loud, "Ha ha, very funny." To this day, I have no idea who or what was playing with me. That's cool. I like that one. Oh God, one of the ones coming up is called A Haunted Family. Gotta read that. But I'm going to check in with you guys right now, and I'll read a couple more stories. It's getting pretty late here. What are we at here? How are you guys doing? What are we at for donations? Let's check in the total here on the Indiegogo. 12,815. We need $185, guys. $185. That's nothing. We're 42% of the way funded. We're creeping up on the halfway point. We're almost at 13,000. Maybe this is a bad time to ask people for money. I feel bad. I don't like asking. But if you got it, please drop it in the donations. What is in the background? Nothing. Stop, Chappie. You've said this to me for months. I always fall for it, and I always look. I love Danny DeVito, Dingus. I've met him twice. He's a really cool dude. Hoping I get paid soon. I can fix 100 of that. Oh, neat, boss. Well, thank you. If you do and can sometime, I will love you forever. I already do. I love you for making the shirt for Grave Stories from a Grave Digger, which you guys can see on the Yeti. If you want to buy some t-shirts, you can go look at them on the Yeti's website. The link is in like a lot of my videos. I don't think I have it in this one right now, though. Chappie could have actually bought Nathan a new house and even paid it off up front. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. Chappie, do not donate anymore. Chappie's donated too much. You'd have to buy skates and right. I'm so behind on these comments. Alcoholic insomniacs. Possibly. Whatever keeps people watching. Oh, yeah, I do want to do a new Keith Ulog, Joseph. That is something I've been planning for a while, a couple years. I want to shoot that. I should do it this year. Don't turn around to you, and it will be me. Oh, my God. Well, you mean you'd be you standing there? Oh, my God, that would be horrifying if you were there. If anyone was there. Someone with your avatar's face. Holy crap. Chappie is banned from donating. Yes, he is. When is the next My Own Brother? The people demand it. I think you are the only one who demands it, but I'm glad you're demanding it. I'm glad someone's demanding it. I will do another gymnasty. I get so beat up doing them, and I just don't want to do the same thing over and over. It's like hard to make them unique and different. It's like hard to get hurt in new creative ways on the same type of stuff. But I do have an idea for an angle for a new one that would make it different. And it's not necessarily the physical bits that would be different, but like this is another thing I would involve that could change it up enough. So I do want to do that. And I want to go back up to San Francisco to shoot it, like where I shot the last one. Well, thank you guys. I'm glad you like My Own Brother. There is one that I have not loaded yet that we shot a little while ago that I need to just put it on my channel. Oh, Yoda, I'm glad you think My Own Brother is the funniest podcast you've heard. You guys, I'm glad you like it. Why not do it in a wrestling ring? I don't have a wrestling ring. Well, thank you, Death Striker. All right. I'm going to read some more stories. Please, guys, please donate. We're $185 away from hitting $13,000. That's a lot of money. $13,000 is insane. We're so close. We're so close. We can do it tonight. I know we can. I know you can. Not me. I don't have any money to donate. I will be spending my own money for sure. Even with whatever we earn, even if I got 30,000 or 50,000 total, I will still be spending money because you never really have enough. So don't worry about that. I'll be donating to this. I'll be donating my life to this. Thank you, Scruffy. Thank you so much. My Own Brother every night at work for the past few weeks. Please upload another one. Oh, wow. Thank you. I'm going to call you Janta. I personally don't have a problem drunk on a Nate live stream at 12:01 a.m. tops, not 2-3 a.m. like these. What is going on? What are you guys talking about? Sorry, watching when you were at the cemetery and went to bed shortly after you started. I woke up to let my dogs out, and here you are. Yeah, I started a new one, EG. I escaped the cemetery. I made it out. Didn't get caught. Didn't get possessed. I don't think. And I'm now here doing the stories. Thank you for joining, and thank you for checking in. Someone donate a wrestling ring. Yeah, if you guys can just donate $1, 88 people donate $1, we'll be like basically at, if 88 people donate $1 right now, we'd basically be right at 13,000. You're gonna start an Indiegogo to fund Nathan. I have an Indiegogo going right now to fund me. You're gonna have an Indiegogo to fund my Indiegogo. All right, here I go. Back to the book. Thank you guys for being here as usual. Can't say it enough. This story is titled The Silhouette. I am getting pretty tired, so I'm going to have to end this pretty soon. Hopefully we hit the 13,000 before I end it. Whoa, I think I'm going to read 3 more. Oh, wow. I'll read 2 more. My gosh, maybe I'll read 3. Oh man, this one's in the 70s. Maybe I'll read 4 more. I don't know. Good. Short one coming up, and then this one called A Haunted Family is 3 pages. Hoping that's a spooky one. Here we go. The Silhouette. Joel Klinkner, college student, Clearwater, Minnesota. 2009. Ever since my grandma had her house built, relatives have claimed to see shadows moving in the basement, but only when they are alone. People also claim to hear voices in the upstairs spare bedrooms of 2 people talking. Several years ago, I spent the night at my grandma's house and was sleeping downstairs in a spare room in the basement. There was no door to the room, only a curtain. I remember waking up and seeing the dark silhouette of a person standing in the doorway with the curtain wide open. Behind the silhouette, I could see colors of purple and red. I could hear a buzzing noise. that sounded similar to a dentist drill. I was fully conscious and aware of my surroundings, but I couldn't move or scream. Yeah, sleep paralysis. You know, I'm kind of getting annoyed with these sleep paralysis stories. It's like you're hearing all this good stuff. That's all, man, standing there staring at me. I saw all these weird colors, and I couldn't move or talk. It was really weird. Well, just start with that. Say, I was having sleep paralysis, because that's what is happening. It's like a disappointment when I hear these sleep paralysis stories, because I think, oh man, this person's really seeing this. And then it just negates the whole thing when they say they had sleep paralysis. Anyways, let's keep going with this one. The dark shadow of what looked like a person moved closer to the bed until it was right next to me. Like it always is. When it gazed down at me, I finally was able to move, so I grasped what was close, my cell phone, and threw it at it. In that very second, I realized my assault hadn't even phased it. All I could do was retreat under my covers. So it was still there after you woke up and started moving? That's interesting. All I could do was retreat under my covers and try to quickly move away from the being. I emerged from under my blankets on the opposite side of the bed and realized in an instant that the dark shadow was gone. Okay, so maybe it was just sleep paralysis. My cell phone was back where it was, as if I had never thrown it. Oh, that's weird. Maybe that was part of the sleep paralysis. You were imagining that you did that. Maybe you didn't actually get up either. You're imagining that. I'm really picking this one apart because these sleep paralysis stories, I just feel like it's just sleep paralysis. The curtain was shut and the strange noise had stopped. It was as if I had been dreaming, but if it was a dream, I felt as if I had been fully conscious through all of it. I had trouble falling back to sleep after all of this had happened. Luckily, it only occurred the one time. To this day, it still gives me chills when I think about that night. Interesting. Okay, here's the longer one called A Haunted Family. I think this one is going to be good. Sean Perry, student, Linwood, Washington, 2002 to 2012. My family, which consisted of my brother, sister, mom, dad, and me, moved into our newly built house in a small community known as Willowwick Lane. Okay. Three of my family members, including myself, are especially attuned to the spiritual world by means of intuition and in some cases the ability to sense the dead. With such talents also come great risks and extremes. Through nearly a decade, my mom, my sister, and I all dealt with very terrifying haunts while my family and brothers sat back and watched without sharing our ability. One day after school, I walked home from the bus stop and found that I was alone in the house. Every light was on, which was peculiar because we were all trained to turn off the lights before leaving the house unattended. My cat was hiding in a corner alone. Oh, dude. Which was very odd considering his usual social habits whenever I would come home. Because we are a very eco-friendly bunch, I turned off any lights I was not using. I'm getting tired, sorry. I turned off any lights I was not using. I lost my spot. My eyes are haunted. What's going on? Turned off any lights I was not using and went to the upstairs bathroom. There was a loud bang against the wall of the bathroom that backs into the hallway. Oh, dude. This didn't bother me until I opened the bathroom door to find every light turned on in the house again. Every light that I had turned off moments before. Okay, this one's freaking me out. Oh my god. This is a good story. That is what I like to hear. Oh my god. For several months, I had struggled with turning off the light in my room and traveling from the kitchen through the hallway. I also found it challenging to take the ascent up the stairs to my room in the middle of the second floor. This was especially troubling considering I had several late night shows that I watched. Every night I experienced the same chill down my spine when I'd leave the kitchen, and I swore myself I did not see that shadow apparition in the kitchen after the lights fell dark. I also tried convincing myself that the creaking sound that would follow me up the stairs was simply poor construction or the house settling. Oh, dude, no way. Once in my room, I would shut the door quickly and hope to be free of the terror. Instead, my room would turn into a prison. I understand that. Several nights I woke up from a minor trance as I attempted to battle fear, anxiety of turning off the lights and praying myself to sleep. One night I became aware that I had been standing with my finger on the switch for over 2 hours before regaining consciousness. What? In 2008, I found my sister standing by the front windows of the house, staring out the window, but her eyes were completely blank, as though she were staring into nothingness. What? This is getting crazy. I tapped her on the shoulder and asked her if she was okay. She replied, "I thought someone was staring at me through the window from the porch." We spoke some more, and I have such chills right now. I spoke some more, and she insisted that there was a strange feeling of being watched by something she couldn't see. She too found herself frozen around the house in various locations, completely unconscious of what she was doing. During the same year, I suffered from extremely terrifying dreams. In my dream, I would wake up in a dark room with doors that were locked in front of the other side. Doors that were locked in from the other side. The lights with switches that did not work. Oh, let me read this again. I'm having a hard time. I'm getting very tired. During the same year, I suffered from extremely terrifying dreams. In my dream, I would wake up in a dark room with doors that were locked from the other side and lights with switches that did not work. I was in a place of total hopelessness. I could not voluntarily wake up. 2 years later, I experienced an entity in this dream much more dark than any abyss I had ever seen. It was totally absent of light and form, approaching me and feeding on my fear. With what felt like my entire soul being devoured, I did the only thing I could do. I prayed to God. The pleading desperation of my prayers only mocked the shadow being as it continued to approach, as I repeated, "In the name of God, be gone." The more I said this, the more I began to believe in my words, and eventually the shadow being retreated. When I woke from this dream, having spent what seemed to be an eternity trapped, it would turn out to be only a few minutes after 3 a.m. Although the being had retreated, it returned 3 more times to test me. Each time the darkness returned, I would become stronger in ensuring the defeat of this spirit. My sister did eventually move out of our home, but a darkness followed her from one house to another until she eventually learned how to fight it off and protect her son. My mom, however, had already defeated this demon decades before we had to fight our own battles. Weird. I know my own children will face this threat, and I will prepare them in any way I wish I had been done for myself. I defeated the evil, but it doesn't stop because it has lost against an individual. It simply finds another to taunt. Wow, that one's pretty interesting. All right, I'm going to read 2 more stories. How you guys doing? It's getting late here. Almost 11:30. Chappie, don't freak everyone out. What? Yeah, that one was pretty good, Cardboard. Is Chappie saying insane things and freaking everyone out? What if you are possessed by a friendly ghost spirit? That's okay, Prune. I don't mind then. If they're friendly, then they can hang out with me. Whatever. Hi, spirit. Hi, ghost, if you're around me. Please don't hurt me. Please be nice. Hey, spirit, maybe you want to donate to the link in the description? Got any freaking apparition dollars? You're a man of danger, Neepos. I'm always on edge with Chappie too. Mostly because Chappie says scary things and has that horrifying avatar. I hate your avatar, Chappie. Farts are homeless ghosts. Once they leave the body, that is. Cake, settle down with that. Do not say that. 2 more stories, guys. Can we hit the goal in this amount of time? I need to go to bed. We only need $180. We're at $12,820. $180. Can we do it? If you break that 20, 40, if 9 people, can't add, donate $20, we will be there. And that is 10% of the people in the stream right now. Don't worry about Neat Boss. We're so close. So close. Here come the final stories. I'll stop wherever we're at. I just hope we can hit 13. Thank you to everyone who has gotten us as far as we are right now. You're the greatest humans to ever live. This story is called The Hand. I'd like you all to give yourself a hand for helping me live my life. Wow. Spooky fog. Here we go. This one is called The Hand. Tangerina Arena. That rhymes. Freelance copywriter, proofreader. Enon Valley, Pennsylvania, 1999. I cannot read her name. It's Tangerina. Her last name is Arena. That's cool. All right. Tan, we'll call him or her. When I was 8 years old, back in 1995, I was living with my parents. I was living with my grandparents in their rural home in Enon Valley, Pennsylvania. They had a spare room that was used as my playroom. All of my toys were in there, including my Barbie dolls in Barbie Dream House. One day, I was in my playroom playing by myself while my grandma was sitting in the living room and my grandpa was at work. Suddenly, I saw a disembodied hand appear out of thin air over the top of my Barbie Dream House. The hand was much larger than my then child-sized hand. It was closer to the size of an adult's hand. If the hand had a visible arm or body attached to it, it was hidden behind the dollhouse out of view. I was frozen with terror as I watched the fingers of the disembodied hand rapidly dance as it quickly moved back and forth from side to side of the dollhouse's roof to the other. Finally, I stood up screaming and ran out of the room to my grandma. I never saw the disembodied hand again after that, but I will never forget it. I often wonder if it was a ghost haunting my dollhouse that day, or perhaps some kind of trickster entity visiting me. I'll never know. That's a pretty good one. This one, I think, which is the final one, this takes place in the 70s, so I'm hoping it's scary. This one is titled, Scared You, Didn't I? Did I read this one? This title sounds familiar. Stone Wallace, writer/novelist, rural community, northern Manitoba, Canada, early 1970s. Let's see if I read this one. Some years back, I hosted a local television program called Tales of the Supernatural, and during a show on ghosts and hauntings, I was told a particularly eerie, unexplainable story that to this day sends chills through me. Oh God, here we go. Sheila was a young woman who took a job teaching elementary classes at a rural one-room schoolhouse in northern Manitoba. She boarded with an elderly lady who lived within walking distance of the school. The woman was in poor health and appreciated having Sheila as a boarder, as she also helped with shopping and by performing various chores around the house. One morning, as Sheila readied herself for school, she noticed that the old woman was still in bed and complaining of not feeling well. Sheila was prepared to send for the doctor, but the old woman simply asked for a cup of tea. She told Sheila she was sure she'd feel better later. Reluctantly, Sheila left for her short walk to the schoolhouse. It was a late autumn day, and to reach the school, Sheila had to walk through a short path that was cut into woodlands that opened up opened upon a clearing where stood the school. As Sheila neared this opening, she was startled as she suddenly saw what looked to be the old woman literally gliding by about a foot off the ground directly in front of her, her focus straight ahead. Dude, I just had crazy chills come over me. In a panic, Sheila rushed back to the house, ran inside, and headed straight to the bedroom. I have so many chills all over my cheeks, all over my face. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. In a panic, Sheila rushed back to the house. She ran inside and headed straight to the bedroom, where the old woman was lying very still in bed, right where Sheila had left her. As Sheila attentively approached the bedside, the old woman's eyes flashed open. Oh my God. And she lifted her head. With a wicked grin, she said, "Scared you, didn't I?" Oh my God, that's horrifying. With that, her head dropped back to the pillow and she died. What? I did not expect that. At first, I thought she like woke up and was like, "I scared you, didn't I? I'm not dead." But then she actually died. Oh my God, that was a good one. I think I'm gonna have to stop on that one. That was a good one. So that means the lady had died, possibly, right? She's near the school and she sees her floating by. That's her spirit leaving or something. Girl runs back. Spirit enters back in the body. Says, "Aha, didn't leave just yet. Okay, see ya," and then died. That's what I'm gathering from that. This next story is called The Shadow Bat from Hell. That sounds like a good one, but I think we're going to save it for next Wednesday night when I do this show again. Actually, it's Halloween next Wednesday, so I might do it the day before or the day after Halloween. I don't know. Yeah, Neat Boss. That was a good one, right? Dude, Dingus, I agree with you. $1 each every Shia LaBeouf it you. What? Yeah, my favorite one too. Chappie, I'm sorry that was your grandmother, but she sounds like a little bit of a trickster. Well, let's see what we have for donations. If you guys can, last minute now, please donate. See if we can push it over the edge. If not, I'm not going to keep hounding you. I feel bad asking. Oh, it did go up a little bit. We're at 860, 12,860. We just need $140. Maybe if we can just hit 12,900, can we get $40? Does anyone, in 4 people, donate $10 right now? Does anyone have that that's in here watching this? Can we please try to hit 12,900? That would be great. Don't worry about it, Neat Boss. Don't worry. If people see this later, after it's live, please donate. Maybe that will go up overnight as we're all snoozing. Some people in other parts of the country will find us. Thank you, Chappie. Thank you for donating again. You donate way too much. You'd never have to donate again for the rest of your life. Thank you for doing that. Don't worry about it, Sneds. Dorlaxin. The only thing I will say is, that's all I'm going to say. I'm going to play an old childhood favorite from the PS2 someday very soon. Nice. By God. Yeah. Ernie, what's the dish? Are you talking about what Dorlaxin is talking about? Are you talking about food? You should watch Crypt TV, short horror movies on stream sometime. It would be fun. Am I allowed to do that, though? Am I allowed to play other people's stuff on a stream? I'll just be screaming and crying the whole time. I get so scared during scary movies. I actually think it's a dumb idea for me to do this because I think I'm opening a portal from another dimension and I'm going to haunt myself. I don't like scary things, but I do this because it's interesting. It is fun to get scared, but when I get too scared, then it just kind of makes me feel like I'm cursed or like I become obsessed with something bad happening to me. Dang, Yoda. I hope it figures it. In the beginning, it can always be tough because you don't know what the person's thinking and you don't know the person yet. So I'm sorry that is being weird for you right now. I hope you guys figure each other out. Oh my God. Relaxin said 12,960. Who just donated $100? If it's Chappie, oh my God, man. Who just donated $100? We just need $40 now to hit 1,300. How did you like the 411 stories, Nate? What were the 411 stories, Guam Tech? Someone threw $100. Yeah, Chappie. I wonder who did that. Dang, Yoda. At some point, you're just going to have to ask, what are you thinking? You have to say, like, I had to do that one time. There was a girl I was going on dates with, and I liked her. And I had to say, listen, I like you. Do you like me? I had to just ask, and you don't ever really want to do that. I think it was Cake. Cake, did you donate 100? I need to try to hit 13,000 now. Wait, Chappie just threw 40. So wait, did we just do it then? With Chappie and Cake? Did we break over? Did we hit 13,000? Right now it says 12,985. We only need $15. Maybe it's not showing up yet, the total. Yeah, do it, Yoda. Good luck. 3 more people donate $10. I'm throwing another 10. Oh my God, Neat Boss. Oh, Neat Boss. Yeah, you guys gotta claim your money you've donated. Thank you, everyone who has donated. I love you all and appreciate you all just for being here. Oh, someone asking what the book is called? The book is called It Was a Dark and Creepy Night. Real-life encounters with the strange, mysterious, and downright terrifying. Joshua P. Warren with Andrea Sarkopol. It's really good. It's probably the best one I've read. This one and the Nantucket book. There's a book called Nantucket Ghosts. It's from where I'm from, Cape Cod. Well, the island off of Cape Cod. I highly recommend it. Chappie threw 15. Chappie, you did the 15? You set us over? Oh my gosh, you guys are all amazing. Can't believe I'm talking about my relationship with the comments of a live stream. A light burst stop. This will show up forever. Yeah, Yoda, I do the same thing. I'm like, why did I say that? Why am I talking about things? That's why I'm not responding to some questions in the chat tonight. Because I don't want to say stuff about my personal life right now. Chappie may as well throw a 10,000 right now because you will probably anyway after the next 2 weeks. Yeah. I don't doubt it, but I'm not expecting that. That's insane. You'll always go over and miss. I wish I had a live stream to vent to. Yeah, you guys, honestly, Yoda, you guys are my therapists. I have been seeing my therapist lately. I love talking to therapists. It's nice to have someone to like just go blah, 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 and they go, well, you're doing this and you're thinking this. And I go, oh, that makes a lot of sense. Thanks for letting me know. I didn't know. And then you can stop going blah, 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 blah. But I do that to you guys and to the therapist. But now I don't talk about as much personal stuff as I used to in this streams because I'm learning it's better to not. I'm a very open person and I say anything to everyone. But now I'm not trying to. 13,000 even. Did it. Holy crap. You guys. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yoda, I know I always talk about my personal life, but I gotta try to like cut it out because then I'm gonna start saying stuff about people I'm friends with and things that are going on in my life that I shouldn't tell everyone about. I mean, I freaking gave away the plot of something I was in before it aired. We're over 13. Holy crap. All right, here, do this. Since it's a spooky night and I was in the cemetery doing a seance, and then I did a second stream tonight for the ghost stories. Right now, it's at $13,010. I love you all. You're all lunatics. Thank you for helping me do this. And we're slowly getting up to the halfway point. We're now at 43% of the way to the total goal. But if 3 people can donate $1, it would be cool to see it at $13,013. 1313, because that's like a spooky number. 2 13s. Don't say that, Chappie. That is demented. I really hope you're joking. I'm making a crazy dark joke. I heard Nathan blah 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 to me. I am sometimes like that myself. Again, grats on 13. Thank you, Cake. Thank you for helping. Thank you, everyone, for helping. Chappie, what you said, my therapist hung himself. Is that for real? That's so sad. Yoda, I can't tell you what I'm thinking. I gotta keep things to myself right now. From a certain situation. I think you might know what I'm talking about. Well, thank you, Neat Boss, for setting it even. Thank you to everyone. Loic, what's up? Hey, I don't think I saw you. I mean, I saw you earlier. Way earlier, though, I think. Cassandra, hello. You're brave, Nathan. Wishing you good luck. Thank you. Excuse me. One more story. All right, one more story to thank everyone for donating. We hit the 13,000. Now the next goal for the next stream or for the rest of the week is to try to hit 15,000. I got to hit the halfway point because then it's just all downhill and it's going to be easy, smoother sailing, I think, finishing it. Because now that people see that it's getting up and higher, I think they see the possibility of it being completed a lot more likely. So I think hitting the halfway point is the hardest part, and then getting the rest of the way is easy. Thank you, Sneds. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for being here. I'm going to read the Shadow Bat story. I do know what you're talking about. I feel like I need to DM you on Twitter for like hours talking about our... Oh, man. Now I will be donating 115. Well, thank you, Neat Boss. You gotta get your name in the credits for sure. Thank you, Joseph. Yeah, I hope you guys like this one. I think you will. Yeah, Chappie might be in the background in the movie. You have to figure out who he is. I remember being in the train station in Edinburgh, and me and my dad heard that someone got hit by a train and some trains were delayed. Oh, that's insane. That's horrible. Hoping I can be in the dang movie and willing to commit. Wow, Neat Boss. Thank you, Dingus, for liking Neutral. I think you'll like this one then. It's such a different movie, though. I don't want to deceive people to be like, it's going to be a lot like Neutral, because it's not. It's a totally different movie. But it's me, and I wrote it, and Aaron is shooting it, so it'll look just as nice, but it'll be a completely different type of movie. Boxing, Guamtech. I've been boxing. Jiu-jitsu is your therapy. Boxing has been a lot of my therapy. I gotta go back. I'm doing some more training on Friday. I've been doing 12 hours of boxing training. I've done 5 of them. This Friday will be my 6th hour. I'm getting pretty good. I actually know how to like punch now. I'm feeling pretty in shape. It's awesome. My back is killing me right this moment. That's why I'm sitting like a question mark. Hey guys, I have good news. I just beat Wolfenstein New Order. Oh, sweet, Austin. Good going. Yeah, chat. People, the one walking around in the background with just a trail of money behind him. Dude, boxing is awesome. I love boxing. I feel so good after. I sweat more than I've ever sweat. I feel like I'm in really good shape, and I actually know how to like box now. It's crazy. I'm just getting the one-on-one training from like this guy who's been boxing his whole life. It's awesome. I love it. And then I get like super pumped to just do like tons of push-ups. So I'll do like 300 push-ups on the days that I do my boxing training because I'm just feeling so like good. It's really like causing me to get in good shape. Anyway, Nathan, I got to bounce. See you, Sned. Thanks for being here. Maybe I will stream some Red Dead. Don't get good at shadowboxing Guam Tech, because I think you know what will happen. If you're like Keith Abakir, you'll defeat the air, then everyone will suffocate. But the wrestling destroyed my body. Yeah, Dorlaxon. Yeah, you got beat up from wrestling. You did enough physical activity for most people, like 3 people's lifetimes. Yeah, you got natural talent. You don't need to be flipping off a top rope anymore. Hello, Etienne L. Thanks for watching all the way in France. Urban Bandana Slug. Hello. So Red Dead is out now? Is that what I'm supposed to believe? See you, Jay. Thanks for being here. All right, I'm going to stop reading comments, and I'm going to read this next story, and then I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you all for pushing us over the edge of 13,000. We've broken 13,000. Thank you so much. We are at $13,010. Gotta keep climbing. We're slowly now crawling up to 15,000. This is amazing. Here's the final thank you story for everyone for watching tonight. This is the last one. Let's get some good spooky smoke going. Whoa. I feel like I always have to go whoa when the smoke blows. I do not know why I do that. I do it every single time. This is called, I hope it's a good one. That last one was so spooky. So scary. The last one is called Scared You, Didn't I? It's on page 123. Ooh, that must mean something. I'm going to read that one again later on another stream because that one was awesome. All right. This one is called The Shadow Bat from Hell. Joseph S. Peters, student, Houston, Texas, 1996/1997. The most frightening experience a child could go through happened to me when I was 4 years old. At the time, I was living with my mother in an apartment that seemed to exist between our realm and a much more frightening dimension. What? One night, I woke to find a shadow creature perched at the end of my bed. I stood up in shock while my brain was trying to comprehend the beast that was staring at me. Or staring me down. It was blacker than night. It's funny that people always say these like shadow figures are like darker than the darkest thing they've ever seen. It was blacker than the night, with the appearance of a cross between a vulture and a bat. This shadow creature spread out its wings with a span of 4 to 5 feet. I mean, so many people say they see things like this in their rooms. Imagine you were in your room, you're like, this is the weirdest thing that would be in my room right now. This is the farthest thing I would imagine. If you saw it outside, it'd be a little bit less crazy because it's like, oh, maybe it's some sort of animal. But in your room with closed doors and walls, it just doesn't. It's just that would. I feel like I would have a heart attack and die if I saw this. The shadow creature spread out its wings with a span of 4 to 5 feet as it cried a psychic screech. The sound was so loud and terrifying that I had tears fall from my eyes before I fainted. I woke up sometime later and noticed that the sliding door to the closet in front of me was open. On the top shelf in the corner stood the same demonic creature. I jumped up fearing for my life, begging the creature not to scream that awful sound. I was scared by its screech and was willing to do anything not to hear it again. The shadow beast then flew out of my closet toward me, ultimately paralyzing my body. I could only think this was the end, for surely this bat from hell would kill me. Then in a split second, it turned around and flew through the door going out in the hallway. Once it was gone, I regained control over my body. I mean, this sounds like sleep paralysis, unfortunately. And I screamed out at the top of my lungs for my mother, who was sleeping next to me. Next to you? She was in the same room? She woke up and asked me what the problem was. Not knowing how to describe my experience, I told her something was in the house and that He was trying to get me. My mother immediately looked through every room to find the intruder and returned to bed saying there was nothing in the apartment. This was not the first paranormal event to happen in that apartment, nor would it be the last. As for the shadow creature, I can only assume it was a demon from hell. However, why it appeared to me, I would never know, for we left that place long before we could find that out. That one was okay. I just feel like I started to chalk those up to like sleep paralysis. Just trying to see how long this next one was. Maybe I could read another bonus one. It's kind of long. Whoa, one coming up is called Rage. And then the Walker, Grandpa Jack. The Tour of Lights is the next one. All right, I'm going to save these for next week. So on Halloween, I will not be doing this because I will be trick-or-treating with my brother Seth, as I always do. I will be trick-or-treating until I am 40 years old. On my 40th year, I think I will stop. Oh my God, we went up again. You guys, $13,060. Who did that? I need to scroll back. I donated $50 dingoes. Byron. Oh my God, thank you for doing that. Everyone say champion Byron. $50 is huge. Whoa, thank you. Wow. Shadow people are synonymous with cocaine? Really? That sounds like it was a kid. He was 4. Most of these stories sound exactly like sleep paralysis combined with hypoangagogic hallucinations, which is a common documented thing. Yoda, yeah, it sounds just like a lot of these are just like, yeah, sleep paralysis. I like the ones that are like more unique and original and like hard to explain because that's what freaks me out. Yeah, that one was okay, Jabby. All right, I was scrolling back up. Scared You, Didn't I was the best one. That's the story of the night. All right. The missing 401 stories. I'm going to have to look that up. Guam Tech. It's still 93 people in here. This is really late. It's like about to be midnight here. I have to go to bed. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to actually end it now. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. For all the donations, for watching the stream earlier in the evening where I was in the cemetery. I'm glad I made it out of there. I do not think I'll be going back to the cemetery anymore. I've kind of had it with sneaking into these cemeteries and running for my life. I really appreciate everyone who's donated and everyone who's watched any of my videos. I got a new Keith video going up tomorrow. Keith has some interesting news to share. I think you guys will be excited about it. I sure am. It's a pretty cool thing. It's 8:50 over here now. AM cake. Well, I'm happy I caught the tail end of it at least. Yeah, thanks, Neat Boss, for being here. It's 4 a.m. here. Oh my gosh, Sebastian, it's late for you. Yes, Drunk and Angry. New Keith video tomorrow. It's a shorter thing. It's a more unique video. It's not like a Talking Classics or anything, but it's something. I think it's amusing. Yeah, I should go to the beach next time. That's much more pleasant. But the point is to go to scary places because it's October and I'm trying to do some Halloween related things. Stay timely, you know. Hello, Mayor Malusair. I can't read your name. I'm sorry. I'm bad with words and names. Thanks, John. Thanks for being here. Thank you to everyone who donated. If you guys do, if the last people some people just got here and you don't know, I'm raising money for my new short film, Milford. I'm doing all these live streams to bring attention to that and let people know and raise awareness and let people know that literally $1 does help and $5 does help. It gets me somewhere. It gets me closer to the goal. We're creeping up on $15,000 now. We're almost at the halfway point. I know we can do it. I know I can raise the 30,000 and I will make this and you guys will like it. I hope I'm going to love this short, so I hope you do too. See you, dingus. Have a good evening. Thank you very much. Excuse me. I have so many burps. Do not hang out with Chappie because you will lose your mind. It will scare your face off. My mind occupied late at night. Yoda, I need right now. Been fighting a lot of anxiety and depression. I'm sorry. I hope you're feeling better. It definitely helps to talk to people about it. So if you have anyone or some sort of therapist type person or someone you trust and you like their opinion, it's good to talk to some other people. If you're having that go down right now, thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. I love seeing you here. Yoda, thanks for always stopping by. You guys are like my best friends. Thanks for hanging out all the time. Yeah, well, good luck with that. 4 to 5 hours. Hope you find something entertaining to do. Watch some of my videos for 4 or 5 hours. I got a lot of them. Thanks for watching Neutral again, Frank. I really appreciate it. I really wanted him to play Visage. Oh, Austin, I gotta play that game. I have to download that. Hello, Retro Gaming. I'm just about to say goodbye. Thank you for saying hello. I'm glad you caught this for a second at least. Oh, well, thank you, Yoda. Thanks for doing that. Well, all right. Cool, guys. Thank you very much, Bandanga Slug. Yes, hope we can get that 15,000 soon. Really, really, really hope it. Looks pretty donate. I have donated a mess. I know quite a few dudes like your character. Well, I'm glad you said that. It's nice to know that it seems like a realistic character. And she went on every nerd was started with Keith. Thanks, Yoda. Have you ever gone to Connecticut to go ghost hunting? I have not gone ghost hunting in Connecticut, but I've been to Connecticut billions of times. Bygones. Thanks, Homeward. All right. Okay, settle down with that horrifying sentence. I can't even look at those words. I prefer streaming on YouTube because I already have like an audience here and people are always here watching, so it's good for me for that. Twitch is great too though, but we don't have much of an audience there. But I should remind everyone, I'm gonna say it one more time in this stream. Saturday we're doing a big marathon on Twitch, on our Beyond Worlds Twitch. We're all going to be doing a bunch of nonsense for like 12 hours. It's going to be another mayhem marathon. If you watched the last one, it was super fun. So please watch this one this Saturday, the 27th. Please, please, please. And please donate, if you can, to the link in the description to help me make this movie, Milford the movie. Well, thank you, Meyer. I'm glad you like the single shot videos. I have some more single shot videos coming. I have been to the UK a bunch of times. Yeah, it's getting, the more tired I get, the more deep my voice gets. Brandon. Well, I'm from Milford, Massachusetts, just right above you, hexagons. All right, guys, thank you so much. Thank you for watching. Thank you for donating. If you haven't, please drop $1 in the donations. Help me make my movie, help my dreams come true. And then you can watch the movie for free. Well, for whatever you paid for it. That's your rental cost right there. I'll see you guys later. Thanks again. Good night.